see him, Chris?
I don't.
He's right over here to your right, just a little.
Oh, now I see him. Now I see him.
He's weak on these thirds.
Yeah. He's pretty bull, but he's got no idea we're here, though.
Nope.
Well, do you think we still have time to get a little further down? I mean, they're clearly moving.
Yeah, let's go on down.
You know, at High Lonesome Ranch, this part of southwest Colorado, the trophy expectations down here typically are around 320, 330. And you get one of those, you got a real trophy. And of course, they'll take bigger ones, 350, 360, 370 class bulls. So when you're out here, I mean, it's a wide range of possibilities. So you know there's bigger bulls, you know there's going to be opportunities, and especially on the first day, just wanted to pass.
Do you see him now?
He's right in like 1 o'clock.
Okay.
In that little opening. See, one just walked through. That's a spike.
You know, you shoot a lesser bull the first day, he's never going to get any bigger, and you're never going to get a chance to shoot that 380 kind of class bull. You got to be patient and work at it. You know, it doesn't come easy to kill the big ones. It just doesn't.
Living outside of Denver makes it easy to get to the action. You just saddle up in the Ram 1500, and it's a dealer's choice of world-class outdoor adventures awaiting you, all within a few hours' drive.
Colorado's got so much to offer. I think it's the greatest big game hunting state there is in America. Probably the finest hunting state in America. We have great waterfowl. We have great upland birds as well. So it's a place I've lived for almost 20 years now, and I love this state. And I love driving to other locations in Colorado, hop in the Ram. I came down here, it's 4 hours away to High Lonesome Ranch for me. Easy drive, stunningly beautiful drive. This time of year, it's just magical. This is why I live in Colorado, and I love it. I love just turning in, pulling into High Lonesome, and knowing this is gonna be a great adventure, and super excited about it, and what could be better?
Jace, how many acres do you have on this ranch?
Well, there's approximately 30,000 deeded acres.
30,000. And how many elk do you take a year?
Well, we try to take 12 trophy bull elk, so that's
it, huh?
That's it.
Wow. Yep. So you're not even scratching the surface out here, huh?
No. The ownership has always been big in conservation to make sure that this landscape is protected for the upcoming generations, and it's an incredible place. The deer and the elk, we don't overgraze anything. We try really hard to manage our cattle operations, so we're leaving enough forage for these elk and deer going through the winter. It's paid off dividends since I've been here. This place it's just absolutely amazing what it's all about.
It's just a stunning environment out here.
Yeah, it's a very, very special place.
We saw a handful of bulls, you know, pretty nice bulls, but they didn't meet the ranch's standard, didn't meet Chris's standard, and we just kept looking, and I think that's kind of what made this hunt fun.
You see a spike?
Yeah, just a spike.
Well, look pretty in the sunlight, don't they?
They sure did, didn't they?
Base camp in safari-style tents is a hybrid of comfort and convenience, and we use the Ram to reach dozens of vistas and outcroppings to spend some time behind glass on the lookout for a herd bull.
Spent a lot of time just piecemeal looking at different bits of cover, seeing if you can dissect, find a little piece of antler, a little patch of buckskin from an elk, and just take your time sifting through. That's really the key this time of year.
Just to the left of the pine tree.
Oh, yeah? What's the size of him? What is he?
He's just a little 5.
Yeah. Huh, where did he come from? He must have been in those oaks.
Already been in there, yeah.
Yeah, he didn't cross out from down here. He must have been in the oaks already. Sneaky bugger.
I try to chase a bull elk every fall, and for years my favorite hunting companion was my good friend, the late Tom Behunin. Tom was a master at finding massive bulls on public land because he would spend months scouting in the off-season and knew every huntable nook and cranny of this state. Tom made the impossible happen again and again.
Right here, right there.
I mean, you know, the angels were singing. I come up ahead and I see this broadside bull, 150 yards away, through a little bit of trees, and I'm just thinking, man, this is a total needle in a haystack kind of a situation. It's a good bull. That's a good bull, man. It's public land, last day of the season. We're taking this guy. All right, heads up. I think he sees us. Get ready. I'm gonna take him right here. He gave you one of those big reverberating kind of, oh man. Just crashed. Boom. You are the lucky charm, man. Hallelujah. A one-day hunt. I mean, a one-day hunt on public land, a 6x6 bull. Are you kidding me? That's exactly what I was thinking. God, they're just great animals anyway.
What it means a lot is being...
Well, I'm sharing it with you, brother.
You know, that's what it means a lot.
That's the big deal right there, man.
A few years later, Tom guided me on a typical elk hunt with an unforgettable ending.
That's him right there. That's the big guy. Sure enough, I mean, this bull, satellite bull steps into range, and it's 250 yards away through this little bit of a clearing. He's not gonna stop. I'm gonna take him. And I get a really good rest. I mean, it felt great. I shoot. Felt good, felt good. Worked hard, the shot felt good. We get up there and you know, finally see a little bit of blood, go into the woods just maybe 60, 70 yards from where this thing was hit. And I hear a crash in the distance, so we just sort of backed off. It's like, look, let's not push this thing any more than we need to.
Tom and I came out the next morning and lived through every hunter's worst nightmare, losing an animal in low light after a fatal shot, as a fresh layer of snow came in and covered the blood trail. I was heartbroken, but Tom was like a bloodhound on the scent, scouring the land until he shook hands with a nearby landowner who found the carcass and hung that very same rack in his own barn.
This bull's an absolute stud. It's a 387 bull, and here in Colorado, you get a caliber of that it's almost unheard of.
You don't mind us giving us 7 horns?
No, I'll give them to you.
I thank him immensely for letting us have them horns. Most people would say, heck with you, you know, take a hike, so.
That spring, Tom and I saw the same rack in its full glory at Artworks Taxidermy, an amazing ending to a hunt like no other. But of course, the best bull elk that Tom and I ever glassed together was spotted during the deer season. The kind of once-in-a-lifetime bull that keeps you coming back into the mountains every fall, knowing that big bulls like that are still out there.
God, look at that. I mean, that's insane.
Insane ain't the word, it's just...
I mean, that's a 400 class bull right there.
I know.
And he doesn't have a care in the world. Look at him. He's looking around.
Isn't this special?
He made it through the season, man. Once again, I got the wrong tag. Look at that beast.
Yeah.
You know, I've been to High Lonesome several times, and I love it out here. My old friend Paul Valdick is a big part of this ranch, big part of the vision of this property, and I've fished with Paul at Deepwater Key, his place down in the Bahamas. We did a series down there called Buccaneers and Bones with Tom Brokaw and Michael Keaton and Huey Lewis and Liam Neeson, and it's a stunning place down there, tragically, obviously, hit by a hurricane, and they've got some serious rebuilding to do down there, but Paul has been the vision behind all these properties, and so when I had a chance to come down to High Lonesome and hang out with Paul for a couple of days, go elk hunting down here, too good to miss.
Well, we'd actually stopped to have lunch for a while, and you know, the weather was overcast and a little bit of sleet in the air, and kind of set up glassing around for a while and looked across the valley, and we found a bull bedded down. I don't know, you know, he was a good 1.5 miles, 2 miles away from us.
He's all the way across the canyon, bedded down. We can see good mass on him. You could barely see a piece of buckskin, a little bit of tan fur, and then you'd see a couple of pieces of antler, and that was it, 3 miles away.
Yeah, he's a straight 6, isn't he?
He's got good fronts on him.
Yeah, he does.
Kind of looked at him and decided he was something that Chris would like to go after.
We could see good length on the antlers. We knew it was a long bean.
That is a good bull.
And the weather was kind of sleety, rainy, wind blowing, and it's like, well, this is what we're here for. Let's get a closer look. Let's go see what this guy looks like.
We had several miles to cover, and long-distance hikes through the Rockies on an elk hunt is always a daunting task.
Took us about 45 minutes to drive to where we started walking.
So from there on, the party began, and we put a nice stalk on it up through some nasty stuff.
Thick stuff in here.
Walked across a great big old sagebrush, oak-infested bench, and
We got an elk way up. Jason saw 3 miles away. Bedded down. We hope he's still there. We're gonna get around this bend up here. See if we can spot him. It's getting late though. We gotta get on him.
We had sort of a path kind of drawn out in our mind. We're going to get to a certain point, work around the base of the hill, which was opposite of the hill that he was sitting on.
We made it up to our elevation before we popped around the corner. Yeah, great. That's steep.
We're gonna go kill this elk. If you can get my fat ass up that hill. You can do it.
At High Lonesome Ranch in western Colorado, we had spotted a wonderful bull on the other side of a steep valley. Going down and back up the other side would push the bull out, so we had to set up for a long shot across the canyon.
So we work around the bottom of this hill, which is opposite the hill that we had him marked on, where he was bedded down.
made our approach up a really, really steep side of the hill and eased around the corner.
And hopefully that would be within 300-400 yards. We could make a good shot. Fingers crossed, right? That's always the best laid plans.
You think he's here or there?
And we get set up and it's like, look, that's the spot right there.
You don't see him in there.
There's a little stand of pines that we could see that he was bedded down in, but he might be behind that stuff we can't necessarily see, but if he stands up, we'll be able to see him, so let's just wait him out.
He'll come out, he's coming.
You know, we got set up, I got the sticks up, and we're waiting, and then finally...
There he is, going up the hill, to the left.
The bull started up the hill from where he was bedded.
He's going away.
There's his head.
Yep.
Long tines and shiny points on them, unmistakable.
What's that range?
394, got him. 394.
And finally he stops, gives us a broadside shot, and I shoot.
Under him.
Right over him?
Over him?
No, I don't. Where is he? Is he still up there?
And the guys thought I missed. They thought, no, you were low. And I'm like, I know I wasn't low. And
See him, Chris?
Yeah, I got him. Oh, yeah.
even with the 300, 190 grain bullets, the elk didn't react. And that's not unusual. They do that a lot.
What do you got? What do you got for range?
That be still on him?
Yep.
398.
The second shot, I shoot again. Boom, he gets hit again. That time he reacts, takes a few steps.
He was hurt bad. Started back up that hill one more time, and that's when he expired.
Come down the hill, buddy.
Come on, babe.
It was quite a shot.
Is he down on the ground?
Yep.
That was a cool deal, man.
That was
That was really cool. That's a beautiful bull. When he came out and turned.
You look at this terrain that these guys are up and down and the winters that these guys go through, and I mean, you talk about a tough animal, tough animal. And I respect the hell out of these guys. Good shot, man. Good shot. Good shot.
Damn, that's a nice bull.
Good job. Great shot.
And it was an epic, awesome hunt, and that's the kind of things that make this hunt for me, to come down here and help these guys special.
Tuck and roll, baby, tuck and roll. You'll be there in a minute. He had a big log there and just wedged himself in there as only an elk using gravity would do.
Man, what a bull. What a beautiful bull. Look at this guy. And he's just wedged in there, man. Look at this guy. What a big old gnarly Southwest Colorado bull.
Colorado's got some whoppers, man. People think, oh, you got a ton of elk in Colorado, but you don't have any big ones. Well, you just keep thinking that and we'll stay here. Us Coloradans will just stay here and keep hunting these big guys. What a hunt. Tell you what, as great as the animal is, this hunt was the trophy.
I mean, it was just one of those really epic, satisfying hunts because we had covered a lot of this ranch, looked at a lot of different elk, looked at a lot of territory, and then to spot one bull, and we got that guy. And that's just, I love those kind of hunts. They're super satisfying. And then to get a great animal on top of that is just icing on the cake.
Epic, never forget it. Never forget it. Hallelujah.
Chris, welcome to High Lonesome Ranch, and this is to celebrate and honor your great big bull elk, buddy. Welcome to High Lonesome.
Look at that.
As hunters, we tap into the annual ebb and flow that is as old as time. Springtime brings birth, summer brings life, and in fall, it's time to reap your harvest.
Thanks for being here.